So in this demonstration, I'm going to talk about the cardboard trap. So this is another simple trapping method which can be used to monitor red mite within most or any poultry house and system, and can be employed by any farmer. It consists of the plastic PVC tube, so just like the stick trap. And rather than the stick being placed in the trap, we use a small piece of corrugated cardboard. Now these, again, you can pick up corrugated cardboard from most hardware stores. And you'll just need to cut that down to size so it's slightly smaller than the PVC plastic tube. It is then rolled up and then placed inside the trap. Those cardboard is then left for 48 hours, after which the cardboard is removed, placed into a plastic bag. You then freeze those plastic bags to kill any mites which might be present, and then you can remove the cardboard and count any mites present. So rather than getting a score, here you actually get an absolute number of mites per trap, which can be useful in understanding somewhat of the population numbers in the poultry house. So just like the stick trap, in terms of where you want to locate it, it's the same. You want to be thinking about the red mite pathways and locating those traps close to where the birds are resting at night. So along the perches, near the nest boxes and slats. If you've got feed tracks with perches above them, they can also be a good location. Just like for all the trapping methods, we recommend at least 12. And you want to be evenly spreading them throughout the house. So as I say, to set the traps, you can put the traps in using zip ties or any of those clips. Just place the cardboard in like that. You're leaving it for 48 hours and then you are removing it. And then you can place them in a bag like this. I'd say for all the trapping methods, useful to, or it's important really to number. Either you can number these traps or you can put a map out, but just so you know, you're keeping record that the traps you're scoring every time are the same traps, because that helps you to understand where the mites are and keep a track of the location of those traps and therefore the mite populations. So once you've got your piece of cardboard like that, it's in the trap, freeze it, and then take them out once the mites are killed, and then you can count. Then you can count the mites in there. You can also just use these traps for, again, a simple presence absence. So if there's mites presence in the trap or no mites, and actually then you don't need to freeze. Maybe it can be a bit of a quicker process. But if you're interested in understanding a little bit more about the numbers of mites, then you can count those mites. Now there are different approaches you can take. So you can either count them manually. So I would recommend just pouring them out into either a dish like this. So we have a dish here. So petri dish, and we've got some mites in there now. And then you can count the mites manually, just by eye. And we'd recommend if you've got maybe less than 100 mites, so less than this, you can probably count those manually. Any more than that, and we would recommend that you use a piece of software called ImageJ. This software can be downloaded free, and they can automatically count the number of mites you've got present. We recommend you put it behind a piece of white paper, as that the contrast helps identify and pick out the mites, so it makes that counting process a little bit easier. We have put together some step-by-step guide for using that ImageJ software and for counting the mites. So that'll be uploaded onto the Mite Control Project website. So we recommend you take a look at that. And then, again, like with all the other traps, once you've got the scores, put them and record them on the monitoring sheet, so you can keep a track of those records and those scores, and then you can monitor the red mite population growth and change throughout the laying hen cycle, and then compare between flocks and houses. Once you've counted the mites, what you should do is you can then just chuck these away. And we recommend these are then checked between every 2 to 4 weeks. You can do every week if you want to. It's just a balance of how long it takes. We typically find it takes between 30 minutes and 45 minutes in total to set the traps and then collect the traps every sampling point. So it's really up to you. But at least every month, I think, is probably useful. Another method you can use, which is based on the cardboard trap method, is called Avivet. So it's the same principle as the cardboard trap. So they use another cardboard insert. However, instead of counting the mites, so either manually or automatically using that ImageJ software, what they do, they've got a validated method by which the weight of the mites, so the cardboard insert is weighed before it's put in the tube, and then it's weighed when it comes out, and the difference equates to the number of mites present, and they've got a validated method by which they can understand from that weight how many mites that equates to. And this is something a veterinary a service they can offer. So it's something they can offer, and they can also offer you advice based on the results. So yeah, we recommend you take a look at that. So I think that about wraps up my presentation and my demonstration on the cardboard trap.